Live from Chiovo Island, Croatia. Welcome to Thisisbunjo's live reaction show. He reacts to all kinds of videos, from top bloggers to your grandma in the tub. With co-host Colin Clark. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Here's your host, Joe Bunjo.
What up, people? Welcome to the podcast. No, it's not the podcast. Yo, can you hear me good?
How's it going? Hey, yeah, it sounds great, bro.
How's the background?
Fuck, Hamilton Strip. Can't get any better than that, bro. Holy
I'm
shit.
in Hamilton today, you know? Yeah, it's pretty funny, eh?
Fuck, 5 minutes ago, I was on the fucking highway.
Yeah.
I had to give my buddy a ride real quick.
Damn.
But yeah, I had it all timed perfect, bud. Timed perfect.
Yeah, hold on. Yeah, I guess I should give it a little. Yeah, this is a reaction. We're gonna react to Norm MacDonald today, people, for the future viewers and the live viewers. Yeah, this is a segment where we just react to videos, basically, like everybody does, except for if you guys watch, you guys get to react to it. I guess that's the whole point of it.
It's all
So today we're I reacted to the funny guy, the awkward funny guy. The guy that doesn't make sense to some, but only to the smart people. You know? Yeah. And Norm MacDonald, he's a Canadian boy. He was actually born in Quebec, so Montreal or something like that. But he grew up in London.
Yes. He grew up in the Hamilton's little twin sister.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking hilarious, dude. When you drink again.
Yeah, I know. It's wicked. Watch this. I already looked at the star. A floating star.
I love it, bro. Oh, I love it. That's fucking.
Look at that, eh?
I can see right through you with that thing, man.
Yeah. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, obviously. Yes. And I guess there's nothing further to do but get into Mr. Norm.
Wait, one more thing. Visit www.thisisbunjo.com for all your Thisisbunjo merch.
Yeah. And hit my GoFundMe if you guys got time.
Please.
Yeah. And here we go. I guess. The GoFundMe will be in the link, the description after. If it's not there right now, but it will be later.
There you go.
Bam.
Family, how's everything going?
Great, it just jumped right into it, eh? I was like, what the hell?
How's everything going?
Great, man. Couldn't be better. Life is fantastic.
Yeah.
I like life, man.
You do, really?
Oh my God! People that complain about it. First of all, you're lucky. You're lucky enough to be alive. When you think about it, you know what I'm saying. Your mother had to have sex with your father. Your grandparents had to have sex. Great grandparents had to have sex. It's lucky you're alive. My God.
It's amazing.
And I'm so happy every day that I'm alive, because it's just a fluke. There's so many more people that never got to be alive.
Yeah. You know that's Carson Daly, right? You know him? Yeah. After like 10 years later on his podcast, this is the norm, or this is not norm, or something like that. He's like, I'd never even heard of Carson Daly. He's like, I didn't even know what a Carson Daly was, you know? So this one, he's kind of like down talking him, you know? He's like, why am I even here?
And that's an interesting point. I guess you're right. If you do the math.
I was chewing gum too, eh?
Man, it's the greatest gig in the world, being alive.
It's crazy he doesn't do drugs.
Eat at Denny's, wear a hat, whatever you want.
Yeah. Get a haircut.
I don't even think he drinks.
Yeah, I think he drinks a little bit because he gambles, like hardcore gambler.
Oh, well, there's his drug right there.
Yeah.
It is. Well, good. I'm glad life is going well. I know.
Now, I've never asked you this before, and we've been good friends for many years.
Conan O'Brien and him are great.
I love Conan.
No, we're friends. We're good friends. But I don't know what MacDonald, is that Irish? Is that Scottish? What's your ethnic background?
My ethnic background is Polish.
I'm Polish.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
MacDonald, you don't...
Well, my parents changed their names. They had to, because of the constant ribbing they'd get for being Polish, you know. And so they changed their name to MacDonald. But, it's one of the things that I mean, I get a little upset about it, you know. because you know,
All the
can't,
Polish jokes and
yeah,
stuff.
you can't make jokes about other people, but for some reason you make jokes about Polish people, you know.
Right.
I don't like it.
Right.
Never worked at
You
Steel Car.
shouldn't. That sounds bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I had an experience, you know.
I don't like
I
it.
go in,
Yeah. Funny thing about that is I used to get offended because they used to call me a Polak. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck are, because I used to get offended how stupid they are, right? Like, I'm like, do you guys know what you're talking about? You guys can't even be racist, right, you dummies? You know what I mean?
One thing about being racist, but being right as you're right, like,
yeah, you can't just be like, you know what I mean? You gotta be better.
You're just offending the wind, dude. Like,
yeah, do more research about being racist. That's what I'm saying. You know, I wanted to add something too. I knew Norm MacDonald wouldn't be a big hit, which I was gonna go with Bald and Bankrupt, best stuff.
Right.
Just because it's more popular right now on YouTube, right?
Right.
But this is just for us because we like him.
We love him.
Yeah, he's the best.
And I order a Polish sausage, you know, from this guy, you know, and so the guy says to me, you must be Polish. And I said, come on, man. I mean, come on. Think about it, what you're saying. You know, I'm trying to knock some sense into this fella's head, maybe give him a wider world view, you know?
Sure, yeah.
I said, you think because I order a Polish sausage, I'm Polish. I said, what if somebody came in here and ordered French toast? Would you think he was French, you know?
Right.
I mean, what if somebody came in here and ordered a Belgian waffle? Would you consider that guy a Belgian, you know? I mean, if a guy came in and ordered a German bratwurst, would you consider that fella to be a German fella? If a guy came in and ordered German potato salad, I suppose you'd think he was German too. Yeah?
Yeah.
You know, what if a guy...
Wow, you talked to
What if a guy...
I'm telling you, man. With racist, you have to get through to them.
really get into their head. Right.
Yeah.
If a guy came in and he ordered a Cuban hamburger, are you going to assume he's a Cuban?
Right.
What is a Cuban hamburger?
Absolutely.
I don't know. I never heard of a Cuban hamburger. What is it?
I don't know. Maybe a hamburger floating in the ocean between Florida and I don't know.
Maybe 2 dancing pieces of meat, eh? What's their Cuban?
Maybe it's made. Maybe it's a hamburger that's made on a raft. I don't know.
Maybe they just kill commie cows.
Yeah, commie cows.
Commie cows.
I come in here, I order a Polish sausage. Why would you jump to the fact that I'm Polish?
Right.
And the guy says to me, well, first of all, it's a hardware store.
Oh my God! Wasn't expecting that.
You hate those jokes, don't you? You just hate them.
No, I think they're disgusting.
Let me ask you quickly. We haven't talked to you in so long. I want to ask you about your family.
My great family. I love them all.
How's your? We used to talk in the old days. You and I used to spin some yarns about Uncle Hector. How's Uncle Hector?
Oh, Uncle Hector. Uncle Hector.
He's Polish too, I'm guessing.
No, he wasn't Polish.
Oh, okay.
No, he was from the Italian side of the family, and he was.
He's on my cousin. He was on my cousin's side of the family.
Is there any way you can turn it up a little bit?
Yeah, why you can't hear it?
Well, it's barely hard to hear. Yeah.
No, he was an
Here we
old
go.
fella. He actually rode the rails during the Depression.
Oh.
You know, he's a hobo.
Not the rails we rode.
Whatever.
Tramp or whatever,
Yeah,
what
he's a
have you.
tramp, Railroad bum. But he wasn't a bum. He was just out. He was a good, honest man during the Depression, searching for work.
Yeah.
You know, he had no money, so he'd travel the country trying to find work, and he.
Oh yeah, dude, you can. You have the right to change your. If you have a green sheet at home, hang it up in your background, and you can do the green screen too if you want.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Actually rode the rails.
We'll do that next time.
Uncle Hector,
Yeah.
and he told me it was an interesting story. He'd go through. This was in Canada, and there's
This is
a town
Canada.
called Kitchener in Canada.
Oh
And
shit,
railroad cops
Kitchener.
were tougher than real cops.
Waterloo.
They had a law of their own. The railroad cops.
I should be tucked into bed listening to you. Anyway, a law of their own, those railroad cops.
Yeah.
But there was not a railroad cop tougher than Kitchener Leslie. Oh boy, he was well known.
He was well known
for beating hobos to death.
Really? He found a hobo on his train. He beat him to death.
Beat him to death.
Damn.
And so what the railroad bums would all do is, as Kitchener approached, of course. Oh, hey, Alan. Hey, Norm. How you
Wow,
doing?
such focus on these stories.
That wasn't a mirror. That was another guy.
Oh, it was a guy named Norm.
Yeah. So the railroad
It wasn't a
bums
mirror.
hop off before they got to Kitchener to avoid being beaten to death by Kitchener Leslie.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Kitchener Leslie.
My Uncle Hector, a good man, you know, and he walked into a mine one day. This is a story for that I think the young people could learn from.
Don't go mine hopping, kids.
During the height of the Depression, where there was absolutely no work, my Uncle Hector walked into I won't say the name of the mining company. It was McIntyre Mine. and he walked in. He had his lunchbox with him and his work boots. And he said, "Sir," he said, "I want a job." And they said, "We have no jobs." He said, "Well, 500 people work here at McIntyre Mine." He goes, "I don't think there are 500 men here better than I." He says, "As a matter of fact, I don't think there are 200 men better than I." He says, I think you'd be strapped to find 100 men better than I." And by golly, he got the job. What do you think of that?
That's a great story.
Now.
Yeah.
I'm sensing there's more. Now back to Kitchener Leslie.
Yeah.
Shouldn't you went the opposite way with that? Like 100, 200, then 500?
Yeah, I think, but that was the whole point of that.
Yeah. You stupid, eh?
Yeah.
I was like, this guy.
Uncle Hector.
What?
No, you want to talk about
I'm trying to help you.
So is Hector still a Pollock? No, he's not, right?
No, he's on part of the cousin side.
Where's the story going?
Oh, yeah.
Uncle Hector worked in a mine, and it's a hellish job, the mine, as you well know. Darkness, you know.
It's dank. It's
dank.
Yeah.
It's
Dank.
Coaly.
Yeah, I remember when dank used to mean wet.
Well, you're in a coal mine.
It's coal
Dank,
ridden.
dank.
It's coal infested. It's not coaly.
It's coal infested. So,
It's cold.
So he worked in the mine, and by God, he worked hard. And after a week of working hard, he said to the shift manager, he said, He said, "By golly, I'd like to have a lady. I work hard, and where would I find a lady here?"
By golly.
Well, they said to Uncle Hector, they says, "We don't have, we have sex with animals."
Imagine if one of your buddies says, like, "By golly, I fucking work hard. I need a lady."
Yeah. Did you hear what he just said there?
What'd he say?
He said we have sex with animals.
Says Uncle Hector, I'm a normal fella. Well, then be to your own devices then. So
To your own devices.
Yeah.
Wow.
Uncle Hector continued working in the mine. He worked hard, and he worked long, and he worked for a low wage. And Uncle Hector, after a couple of weeks passed, he started to get a little itch, you know, as you and I say.
Right.
You know?
Right. Well, when we're thinking about the
ladies,
the ladies,
know?
yeah.
And, but he kept it under control. He went again. He said, "Are you sure there's no ladies here?" "No, we have sex with animals." Ah, my God. 6 months passed, and Uncle Hector couldn't take it any longer, he told me.
Right.
He said, "By God, I just had to, I'm just a man, I'm weak, you know, I'm not a saint, you know, and I was born in sin, I suppose, and I couldn't resist. I just needed it." So he said he walked by a pasture, and there was a pig.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
That's terrible.
it's terrible. And so Uncle Hector said, well, he said, "I walked up and I began having sex with a pig." And he said, all of a sudden, he saw all the miners like around him, you know, looking at him. They go, "Uncle Hector, what the hell are you doing over there?" And Uncle Hector's like indignant. He's like, "What? Well, you're the guys that told me that you have sex with animals." They're like, "Uncle Hector, you damn fool. That's Kitchener Leslie's girlfriend."
That's Kitchener. Yeah.
Of all the
Animals to have sex with.
You don't
Indian.
have
And
sex
now
with
with Kitchener Leslie's pig. No, that's
Not
terrible.
Kitchener Leslie's pig. Kitchener Leslie's lady.
Oh, yeah.
So we did have sex with a woman.
Yeah. It's funny that he's making people from Kitchener look like fucking people
Ditch
from
pigs.
Dunville. Yeah.
Well, that could be the Cambridge Dunville.
Yeah. Oh, I've been to Kitchener. It's like it's a city though.
It's
Yeah,
yeah, I know,
yeah.
but it's it was home of Uncle Daddy, and now it's just the city of Uncle Daddy.
You tell quite a yarn, man.
Dunkles, you call them.
Well, I had
Dunkles.
shorter ones, but
Oh yeah, I forgot to change the
There's
bottom.
no other guests tonight. That's pretty much.
I have one
Oh my
other
God.
funny anecdote. It's very
It's all right.
I don't think we can.
Here he is, the always entertaining Norm MacDonald, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, Norman Dave. He works for Dave now.
Who does?
Norm MacDonald.
Norm MacDonald doesn't work for Dave.
Norm is very funny.
What show? The TV show?
Yeah, your
Norm
TV
MacDonald has his
show.
own podcast.
Yeah, I know,
He
but
does.
he had a show on Netflix that it was run by Dave Letterman thing. I don't know if he does now anymore, but
Yeah, you shouldn't have said now then.
I didn't know. I thought it was now because I only seen it not too long ago, actually. So
Yeah.
apologize.
Yeah, he just does his podcast. He looks old as like shit, bro.
He's so old he can barely open his eyes.
Yeah, he looks like the fucking lockdown did a number on him, you know?
Fuck! Remember when he was he did Colonel Sanders?
No.
He did one fucking commercial, and yeah, they wouldn't let him be Colonel Sanders anymore.
Congratulations. And by the way,
Just like at SNL.
youthful.
They're like, you gotta get out of here.
Oh, how come I haven't been here in 2 years?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I've been busy. I got a kid, you know.
I know. How old are you?
Well, you got a kid?
Yeah, I do.
How old's Harry?
He's 7.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, they grow up so slow. You know, don't you? It's barely discernible. Isn't it?
Yes. How old is your son?
He's 18. They get far less cute.
Yeah.
They're not as cute when they're out on the lawn punching you in the chest.
Yeah. Well, anyway, it's good to have you here.
It's good to be here,
And in addition to the new show, the Norm MacDonald Sports Show, you have like your was it your first stand-up special?
Yes, I did a Comedy Central special.
Great.
One of 40 they did this year on Comedy Central. But it was fun. But I got a weird time. They showed it at 11:30 and on Saturday, and it turned out that was during this thing called Earth Hour. I think some people know what it is.
Yeah.
On Earth Hour, you have to turn off your electricity. So, wow.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah, in Croatia, I just found out if I put solar panels on my roof, the government pays me and gives me free electricity. That's fucking sick.
They do that here.
Yeah, it's crazy, huh?
Uh-huh.
and as I know, and as they apparently know, TVs are powered by electricity. So, and furthermore, my key demographic is damn dirty hippies.
Yeah.
Damn dirty
man.
hippies.
Well, you know, what are you going to do?
Took one on the chin there.
Yeah.
Now listen, I'm very surprised and impressed about this, that you've built kind of like a Twitter following.
Yes, well, I'm an internet sensation.
Whoa! Now, I didn't take you for a guy that would know about that kind of
I know
stuff.
all about that stuff.
Really?
Man.
When did you start Twitter?
2 weeks ago.
Really?
But this is what I did it for the Oscars. The guy told me how to do it, and I was watching the Oscars, and you know how horrible those were. And so it was pretty easy to do just jokes constantly on how horrible everyone was, you know?
Yeah, my face is already hurting, bro.
I know, I do. I do.
You know, and some of the things were nice.
For some reason, I wanna go to the strip club,
Kirk
too.
Douglas,
Yeah.
of course, you know.
Hail to
And
strip.
he had that terrible stroke, which didn't affect his comic timing at all. And so I twittered, and I ended up twittering 190 tweets.
Whoa!
And it turns out it's way too much.
Really?
So people started telling me to stop. Anyways, get this. Just earlier, this happened right before we came on the show. I walked out here. I'm in some kind of Twitter feud with Steve Martin.
I know that Steve also actively Twitters.
Yeah. So this is what happened. Dig this. You know how to tweet?
No.
You don't know how to tweet?
No.
Hold on, let me. Yo, dude, I'm doing this right now. I don't have time for Instagram.
He writes a tweet. I misunderstand it. I reply.
Let's hear what he says.
What he said?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is what he said. I'm not really that great at it, but he said, "Has anybody seen my hat?" Now, I'm looked everywhere for it. I can't find.
I looked
my
everywhere
hat.
for it.
So I say, was it a brown fedora with a red hat band? But what I didn't know is he sent a twit pic.
A twit pic.
Twit pic.
Stop right there. Let me just say, if this is an example of Twitter communication, it's invaluable.
It's invaluable.
What do you think I should answer him? This is the last thing he said to me. He goes, this just came in 9 seconds ago. He goes, still mulling over this tweet from Norm to me. It's so enigmatic. Is it a put down?
I don't, honestly, I mean, he lost a hat, right?
Yeah.
And then you responded, is it with a red hat band?
Yeah.
None of this makes any sense.
It's a generational thing.
Oh, that's it. I guess so. Well, what is it?
Now, I will tell you what's cool about the internet and being an internet sensation stuff. On the YouTube now, everybody...
On the YouTube.
I don't know if you remember but the famous... and did you ever hear the Andy Williams quote? In the future, everybody will be famous for 25 minutes?
Yes. I think it was Andy Warhol.
Huh?
Andy Williams was Moon
Andy
River.
Williams.
Andy, it's a generational thing.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck this guy.
Like, for instance, have you ever heard of Harrison Schmidt?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what's funny. Like, he has like no direction when he's about to tell a story. It just goes whatever, you know.
It flows like water.
Yeah, and he's just like and like there he just gets names and all the statistics wrong of everything, you know.
I bet you he knows.
care.
I bet you he knows who Andy Warhol is. He just fucked up.
Yeah.
Insane.
No, that's what I mean. He's like, when he's talking, he has to make the story up, so he's just getting everything, you know, all the like the names and shit. It's fucking hilarious.
It's fucking awesome.
I didn't know that.
Right. An astronaut, a guy who walked on the moon. There's very few people that have been in the position to go, hey, where's the moon? There it is.
Right. Well, you're right. That's a good point.
Right. Now,
That's
so
a good
12
point.
people have landed on the moon. Neil Armstrong, Buzz Aldrin. Who else?
Right.
So this Harrison Schmidt fella must be going, what the hell do I have to do to get famous?
Yeah.
Right? Meanwhile, the Kardashians, we know Khloe, we know...
It's awful.
Yeah, Lois.
Lois.
Kardashian.
Lois.
We'll be right back with Norm MacDonald.
Lois Kardashian. Thinking Family Guy, maybe.
Lois. Who knows what he's thinking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Yee. Oh, he's the best on talk shows, man. I swear.
Oh, for sure, buddy.
You can tweet Steve Martin. Can you tweet him right now?
I can tweet him, yeah.
Or just tell him that I said hi.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that you're on the show and we're talking about him. And
okay, awesome.
I said hi.
Awesome.
And add this. I'm sorry about the hat.
Dave's funny too.
Yeah, he's pretty funny.
You know what's great also, while I do this, I'll tell you this. The great thing about the blogosphere...
Nice laugh.
Now, the great thing is this, that you have friends, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, on the computer, I have about 160,000 friends.
Whoa.
In real life, I have 2.
Damn. This guy is Louis. He's Louis Kardashian, bro. 63.
Lois.
Yeah, Lois.
But
damn.
I actually like my friends on the
Yeah, it's true though. I have so many friends like on the internet, but in real life, I have 0. Like I'm just here by myself, you know.
It's funny though. Everybody on Facebook, I actually know who they. I know them.
Facebook, bro. I just it's from like people that I used to party with, girls that I used to know. So it's like, so I at my party scene, that's what I grew up with. So it's
now
like,
you're just somebody that I used to know.
Oh, I hate those guys.
I know you do.
They can go like in real life, right? Your friend will go, "Hey, my grandmother."
7 dudes, 1 guitar. That's fucking gay.
This morning.
5 people, 1 guitar.
Oh, good. Do you want to come over to my house and talk about it for 4 hours?
As fuck.
And then on this thing, your friend can go, "Hey, my grandmother died today," and then you go, "Unfollow."
Damn.
Norm, are you? Do I remember that you were?
I'm talking to Steve Martin.
Okay, I'm sorry. I mean, if you just get that over to him by Labor Day, that'd be. You still gamble? Somebody told me that did you? Did we know that?
Yeah, I used to gamble.
You don't gamble anymore.
No, I gamble anymore.
Was it a problem? Did it get to be a problem?
Yeah, it got to be a problem, man. And then I tried to do it smart. Every time I tried to do it smart, a bad thing would happen.
Like
you know?
What do you mean?
Well, one time I was trying to handicap baseball, which you can actually beat baseball if you handicap it properly. So I was trying to handicap it, and I figured it out for like 3 hours.
Yeah, it's funny because he's trying to, yeah, buddy, keep talking. He's like, this ain't the Bunjo show. Yeah, this is part of it, buddy. Yeah, I don't think you know what the Bunjo show is, buddy.
The Bunjo show is everything.
No, but it's funny. He's like, because he thinks that baseball is easy to bet, this guy. That's why he's bringing this up.
Yeah, baseball.
Yeah, because it's a game of streaks.
Sportsbook, went up to the fella, and there was a guy beside me, big fat guy, and he's dressed like real rich, and he opened a big attaché case filled with $10,000 chips, pulls out like $750,000, and he's going to bet on this boxer, a fighter, Yeah. And it was a 4-to-1 underdog. So I said, I'm not going to bet my baseball bet. I'll just bet on this 4-to-1 underdog,
He must know something.
Yeah, because this guy must know something. He's probably in the mafia. So
Mafia. The mafia.
I watched this boxing match, Dave, and my guy that I bet on gets knocked out in 25 seconds.
Oh, shit. Who'd he bet against, Tyson?
I go, that guy from the mafia. He goes, that guy from the mafia. He goes, that's old long shot Louis. He goes, he's a rich guy, loves long shots.
Well,
there's just no winning, is there?
No, there's no winning. Nobody ever wins.
Now, this sports show with Norm MacDonald premieres. It's my birthday, April 12th.
Oh man, this guy hurts my face.
Oh my God, bud, I'm crying.
And I think it's going to be a huge hit for you.
You want to hear a sports joke?
Yeah.
Oh, you like racing cars, right? Yeah. How about that Daytona 500? How about that kid that won?
Right.
How old was he?
Like 20?
Yeah. He raced all around. You know why he went so fast, apparently? He was texting the whole time. It's generational.
Generational.
Damn.
The show premieres April 12th
on
Comedy Central. Sports show with Norm MacDonald. Great pleasure to see you.
It was great to see you, man.
Don't wait 2 years to come back.
Yeah, man, this guy's too funny. I'm gonna
between 8th and Broadway.
Oh,
this is a young one.
Yeah. Okay, and what's your phone number? Just give me 7 digits. All right.
It's loud.
Conan looks like he's
your
20.
Neighbors nice people? The people that live around
great you? People. Every day I meet somebody new, This city's great because of the neighborly people, But I did meet one neighbor, interesting story, that this guy, he just moved in, next door to me. So I'm always one to meet the neighbors.
You like to chat with the neighbors.
Yeah, because, so I went over to the guy, knocked on the door next door to where I live, and I say to the guy, I said, hey, I'm your new neighbor, and I said, good to see you, nice to run into you, welcome to the neighborhood, And so the guy, I said, what do you do for a living there, sir, if you don't mind me asking? What do you do for a living? I'm a nightclub comic, I tell the guy. So he says to me, I work down at the University of Science there. He says,
this joke is fucking great, man. Have you heard this one before?
No.
Oh man, this one's fucking This one's good. I watch Norm religiously, so I know like all these jokes already.
Remember the exact place.
Sure.
But he says, I'm a professor of logic. So he says to the guy, he says, logic. Now, what the hell is that? I never heard tell of that. He says, oh, well, he says it's a kind of a pattern of syllogistic. Well, he says it's hard to explain. He says, why don't I give you an example? So I said, fair enough. Why don't you do that? So the guy says, well, he says, let me ask you a question. He says, do you own a doghouse? So I go, yes, I do. He says, well, then that means you probably have a dog. I said, yes. He says, well, that means you're likely to have a family if you have a dog. I said, yes, I do. He said, well, then that means you got kids, you're married. I said, yes, I am. He says, well, then you're a heterosexual man. I said, yes, sir, I am. He says, well, you see, that's logic there. I asked if simply from finding out you had a doghouse, I made this series of inferences, and
yeah, that's basically just what a psychic is, you know? They do that kind of shit. Yeah.
That's what I was explaining to is their tributation.
Yeah.
I found that you're a heterosexual man simply from the fact that you had a doghouse. Well, I said, good God, isn't that something? So I said, well, I won't waste any more of your time there, neighbor. And I said, I'll see you.
Howdy, neighbor.
See you around. Okay.
So I said, come by one day and have a chicken with me. So anyways,
have a chicken.
I left. So I go to get a bus, you know, to the bus stop. And I walk down to the bus stop, and I'm still thinking about this thing that happened to me, you know. And I'm standing at the bus, and no bus coming at all, you know, and 5 or 6 of us standing around, and one guy lights up a cigarette there, and he goes, as soon as you light up a cigarette, the bus comes. And he smokes the whole damn cigarette, no bus comes. So I said to the guy, well, that theory really worked, huh? And the guy goes, well, sometimes it works. Anyways, the guy goes, what's new with you? I go, well, I had an interesting thing happen to me today. I said, I met my neighbor. And he goes, oh, yeah? I go, he had a hell of an interesting job. I said, he's a professor of logic down at the University of
Science.
And so the guy says, is that so? He says, professor of logic. He goes, what the hell is that, logic? I said, well, it's a series of something or other. Right. I said, I can't remember exactly, but I said, I'll give you an example if you want to hear an example. The guy goes, all right, fair enough. So I said, let me ask you this. I said, let me ask you a question. Do you own a doghouse? And the guy goes, no, I don't own a doghouse. So the guy says, oh, yeah, you're one of them gays.
You got him.
Oh, fuck. Stuff you can learn at that
was nice.
University of Science.
That was nice.
Right. And then get this.
There's more.
This gay guy invites me to have a chicken at his place.
Euphemism. Watch out.
Oh, chicken.
Saturday Night Live.
Oh, fuck.
It's one coming up on October 19th. You guys got Bill Pullman and New Edition. That's going to be a good show.
That's going to be great.
That's going to rock and roll.
Yeah, New Edition, like the music group?
Yeah.
Holy fuck, this is old.
I need you. Na 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 na. What I want.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? This shit is like I'm supposed to pause it at least once a minute, but it's like his jokes take too fucking long to pause it once a minute.
This is fucking funny though, man.
Norm MacDonald, God dang, one of my favorite guests. Thank you for coming.
Oh man, I hope they show that girl, the one interview when there's this blonde chick on from Beverly Hills 90210. It's fucking hilarious.
Nice.
I don't know if they will.
We'll be right back.
Andy Richter on the 1-2.
I know, I haven't seen him in a while.
Oh, shit.
Welcome back to the program. My guest tonight, a
Show.
very funny comedian and actor, is on Saturday Night Live for many years. His new show is Fox's
That one's
A Minute
too loud.
with Stan Hooper.
It was.
Hey, you don't just come in here uninvited. I knocked. Hey, Garrett. What are you doing? I'm getting your bed ready. Oh, we don't want roses on our bed. We don't.
Well, I just got to pause it. It's a TV show. Fuck.
I don't live like this, Gary. Yes, you do.
Gary, it's lovely, but that'll be all for tonight.
Oh, okay, Mrs. H. Well, if you need me, I'll be in my quarters.
Oh, where are your quarters?
Why would we need him?
They're right next door.
The house has 5 bedrooms, Gary.
Yes, and mine
He's
is
not a
next
very
to
good
yours.
actor.
Please welcome Norm MacDonald. Norm!
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In all his movies, he's not good at acting.
Even
it's
in
funny.
Yeah. What was that one where Adam Sandler?
Dirty Work. Oh no.
Yeah, he was one of Adam Sandler's buddies when he played the rich kid that had to go back to school or something.
Oh, I know Dirty Work. Dirty Work's funny though. Dave Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle's awesome.
Hey, Johnny. That clip didn't seem that entertaining. That's the best part.
You picked that out especially for
I
us?
miss you, Johnny.
I miss you. TV is
Congratulations.
Stop it.
On
TV
your Academy Award.
Don't even talk about it. Just wait.
Hey, you won an Emmy.
Wait for the relations to come out. We're going to be top notch. By the way, you are the first guest to
Who's
sit
this
in
guy,
our new
Jon
couch.
Stewart?
Yeah, Jon Stewart.
Yeah,
Talk to me about
This is some couch, I'll tell you that, man.
what do you think?
I'd it. That's the highest compliment you can pay a couch.
It is a high compliment. It's just we have a minivan of nuns that is.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt a couch that you felt that way before this couch?
No, this is the first one, man. I'm a normal fella, you know.
You think it's the ultra suede?
It may be the. It has a alluring come hither look.
It has a bit of a nice slant to
come
it, I
hither.
believe.
It's a goddamn whore.
Yeah, his English is so old school.
Yeah, I know.
Wait,
By golly.
Yeah. Come hither.
Yeah, it's a nice couch. It's a nice couch. I don't mean to disparage the couch.
Now, we're talking backstage. You mentioned Arnold. What were you saying?
Yeah, he's that guy. I have my buddy James is like that too. He's like, and he says to the guy, he says,
I was just telling that I love Arnold Schwarzenegger. You love Arnold Schwarzenegger? I can already see him turning the state around. And I thought it was very unfair when people said that he wasn't qualified for the office, because they said, because he's a movie star, an action hero, that shouldn't qualify him to be governor of California.
Damn.
But what they don't remember is, and maybe I'm wrong with this, but wasn't he at one point in his life Mr. Universe?
That's right. Well, yeah. You bring up a cogent point.
I mean, this is a tiny state on a globe in the Milky Way.
Right. Just to, you see the big picture. Exactly. Yeah.
Ridiculous.
You're a smart fella. You should think about running for office with that.
Well, I do feel that one day I might do that. In all humility, I think that I might have some ideas.
Yeah, there's a rapper that always says that too.
Really? But I'm not ready yet. I think you have to prepare for these things.
Yeah.
So I started weightlifting.
You're working out. You look good, I guess.
Yeah, I got my abs.
Yeah, are those abs? Are they supposed to stick out like that? I thought the abs went in. I didn't realize. So your abs are so powerful, they're actually coming forward. Wow, that's amazing.
And they're hairy.
Your hairy abs. Yeah, I don't want to see it.
But I don't even know what I'm supposed to do when I get the abs, really. Do you just show them to people?
Did you injure yourself?
I worked out, man. I went to this trainer. He was a personal trainer. Yeah. And this guy, man, I don't know if you've ever lifted weights. You look like you have, you know?
Yeah, I did.
But, no, he looks like a strong guy. But I went there, and I'd never lifted weights, and I was new to it. And so the idea is you take the weight, you're like, ah, and you lift it up, and then you put it down.
Right, yeah.
And then right away, you lift it again. And you put it down. You do this 20 times, and then the weight's where it was when it started, and then
so you didn't gain anything.
You gain, the weight is the same place, and your muscles hurt, you're all sore and everything. And
shit.
Very repetitious.
It's weird. I was just talking to Andrew Hooker. I was like, why didn't God made a bad design with that to make people fit? They should have made us like the more cum you release, the more you jerk off, the powerful you get.
Fuck, man, I'd be fucking.
We'd be all jacked, huh?
I worked
way
out.
better.
I worked out, but not a lot. Like
imagine if you just jerked off, became powerful if you ate your own cum after. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
It's the same problem I have with sex. I know it's too much of the same.
And then you'd be like, hey, to your girlfriend, hey, spit it back in my mouth. Don't be greedy.
Yeah.
That would be my wife.
So then,
or whoever.
Yeah.
So then
well, no, it would be my girlfriend because my wife wouldn't do that.
We're talking generalization, not your wife.
Yeah. Well, no, my wife wouldn't do that.
Lifting these crazy amounts of weights, I go, geez, I think I finally, it's getting a little easier. He goes, I'll put more weight on it. I go, what? Then I'm like, it's the same thing again.
Just a never-ending cycle.
I know.
Did you hurt yourself? Did you slip a disc or something?
Like in sex, if you finally figure that out, it's not like they bring a heavier lady in. Right.
I guess that's true.
Oh, that's funny.
Got a bigger girl? I'd like to take a break. More with Norm right after this. Bringing a heavier lady.
He anchors the weekend update on Saturday Night Live.
Yo, what's this guy's name? Dennis Miller?
Dennis Miller.
The habit of smoking. Norm MacDonald. Norm! Now, you're a young iconoclast, Norm. You know, the kids, they get you.
What? I was going to wear a suit, and
I like this old D.B. Cooper look for you, man. This is... Now,
is he the guy that jumped out of the plane?
No. He's married to Alice Cooper. Now, the thing remember you wrote for my first talk show?
Yeah, you gave me my
and
first
I used
job.
to come in the room, and you and Drake Sather had no lights on. It was like some fucking Anton LaVey Satan cult in there, and you guys used to turn on.
It's crazy. This show's old, and he just said fucking.
Yeah. This is back in the day. I used to watch a lot of the show.
And everybody was always smoking. Then I see you on Saturday Night Live during the opening credits. And one of the things I like about you is you're completely unfiltered on that show. You'll say anything. And I saw in the picture you had a cigarette in your mouth. I thought, this guy just doesn't give a shit. So I asked you to come on. I find out you pussed out on me and quit smoking. What is that all about?
No, because it's bad for you. They have these fucking things on the side. You have to read the fine print where it says it's bad.
Where you get these.
Now, when did you first start smoking?
I started smoking as a kid, like when I was, I think I was like 14, and I thought, I'll look really cool, like if I start smoking, because I didn't get along with anybody. So I started smoking. Wouldn't you know it, I did look cool. All of a sudden, all these broads like me and everything. Not broads, but ladies, girls. And it was hard though, man, because I was guilty about it all the time I smoked, because I always thought, I always knew it was bad for me, Like, even though some guys will say that it's good because their uncle lived long or something, he smoked, and they'll go, hey, what about, that old guy, Bert Mustin, what about that guy, And then he just because he lived long, that doesn't mean anything, right? That's just one guy. You can't, just because Bert Mustin lived long,
Yeah, I'm like this with Joe Perry and Steve Tyler. I'm like, they did so many drugs. It's not bad for you. You know what I mean? I always do the same thing. They lived, they're 80-something. Sure,
look at Keith Richards.
Yeah, sure. Steven Tyler has to have a guy with him to tell him what he just said, because he can't remember what he just said. He has short-term memory loss now, so it's fucked up.
That's fucked up, yeah.
You did your master's thesis on this, didn't you?
You're going solo for a second. I'm going to take it in.
Now, do people bother you a lot when you're smoking? Were people pissed off when...
Yeah, people don't like when you smoke, they're bothered. Like, I gotta admit though, secondhand smoke is bad. Like, I don't like, when I smoked, I didn't like secondhand smoke. I like that firsthand smoke because you get to suck it right out of the cigarette, And the secondhand, any fucking thing that's already been ingested by someone is not as good, You know what I mean? Like a pork sandwich is delicious, but after a digested pork sandwich, that's fucking shit. You know?
You can't fight that logic, Norman.
Oh my God.
You cannot? Do you think advertising brings kids to smoking? You know, there's a lot of fight with the Joe Camel thing. Do you think they really?
Yeah, definitely. They got it. Because the advertisers, they got to go after kids because they're not going to get adults. Like, there's not going to be a 50-year-old guy going, hey, I should start smoking. That goddamn Camel.
Yeah, I missed it.
Oh, pause it for a sec.
Yeah, what happened?
He's like, he goes, even though I smoked, he goes, I didn't like secondhand smoke. He goes, because, you know, you take a pork sandwich.
Yeah.
He goes, I digested pork sandwich. That's not good. That's just shit. And now they're talking about advertising some cigarettes to kids.
You got little children.
Joe Camel.
Yeah.
That's a frightening looking beast.
He looks like a cock. I didn't make this up.
And I know you don't mind first-hand cock, but...
You don't know that.
Shit. Oh, fuck this guy.
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. This guy.
Don't say that.
He's a fucking legend, man.
Happens, man.
He's my favorite guy. Like, Dave Chappelle's cool because he's an intellectual and stuff, but this guy, he's just overall, he's a comic, you know?
Oh,
he's
yeah,
just funny as fuck, yeah.
100%.
And he said he was a fag once as a joke. And then he said everybody comes up to him and saying, are you a fag? Gay man, I mean.
Show about smoking. They thought you meant the British word for cigarette. All right.
Can I bum a fag? That's what they say in English.
Where else? All right.
Think about Joe Camel looking like a cock, Dennis.
Oh, yeah. I lost my train of thought. Thanks for bringing me back.
This is what I've noticed. He doesn't even look like a fucking camel. He looks so much like a cock. Because you know how it's usually subliminal?
Yeah.
Where you have to find the cock?
Oh, man.
You have to find the goddamn camel.
Face.
Oh, my God. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, believe me, when you only get 2 humps out of a cock, it's not worth smoking. Line 2.
Zing,
We got
got
a
him
phone
back.
call for you. Although I can't believe they'd still be on the line after this departure. Line 2, we've got Beverly from Middletown, Ohio. Beverly?
Yeah, hi, Dennis. Hi, Norm.
Hi, you didn't know my name, I don't think.
Yes, I did. I watched Saturday night.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
I liked it when Dennis was on it.
You're great at that, man. You're great at this. You know why? Because you don't give a shit about Dennis. You know what I mean? It's like the best thing you can do. Whenever I'd go on, they'd go, what's it like following Chevy? And I like Chevy.
Yeah, this Dennis guy is tooting his own dick so hard right now, eh?
Oh, for sure.
Hey, yeah, he's like, oh, you know, he's saying it like, oh, big ego, this fucking guy.
I'll never be like you, Norm.
Think about Chevy. I'm trying to make a living here. Right, you know what I mean? Right. When I see you, I know you're thinking the same thing. Like, screw Dennis, I'm killing.
No, see how he just did that? He's saying like he was big. Fuck this guy, Dennis.
Okay. Anyway, what's your question?
He was good though.
Okay, since nicotine is such an addictive drug, do you think someday you'll have to have a prescription to buy a pack of cigarettes?
Well, you know, they always bring up the Constitution and talk about how we should still have the right to a militia and all that. But let's face facts, this country was built on tobacco growers. So, you know, if you're going to start changing, if you're not going to change one thing because it comes from way back then, you can't change this either. There are farmers out there who make a living. Tobacco is one of the crops that got this country going. So, no, I don't think they'll ever make it illegal.
Yeah, no, they should make it illegal. Yeah. I know.
I think Norm's back.
Norm just looked at it because this guy had to feel it because Norm's like, is this bitch an idiot?
Hey, what the fuck did you even ask this fucking question for?
He's like, why the fuck would I care about this? Yeah.
What kind of people you have calling in?
What motivated you to quit?
Well, I guess I read this thing about how it was
Never
like a phallic symbol, and my doctor went in. He said, you probably have an oral fixation, which you know what that means. Let's not kid ourselves, right? So that's why I always smoke like cigarettes instead of cigars, because if I'm gonna have I like a little white thing. Are we back to cocks again? I go away to Ohio, Middletown, the center of the universe, to take a nice clean call, and then I space out. I'm thinking I can't listen to Norm for a second. I gotta get a time cue here. I come back and you're talking about having a thin white cock in your. No, I don't have a thin white cock in my cock. You mean? No. In my mouth. No, you misunderstand. What I'm saying is this. I'm just saying. Don't make the mistake of thinking I fucking listen to you. I just want to make it clear about that cock thing. I was just saying, if I ever was gay, if they suddenly made it mandatory or something, then I would choose the smallest cock, and I would like a guy that came fast. I don't know.
Oh, buddy.
I thought the subject was cocks. Cocks is next week. I'm sorry. Does that answer your question?
Yeah. What would you like if you were gay?
To die.
To die dead by a big cock or a small cock?
No, just I'd probably jump off a bridge.
No, I'd like a big one because I'd probably want to fucking be punished for being gay. That's what I'm thinking.
Or your whore.
Luckily, we have the good taste to bring tonight's guest back. Every season, he is as uncensored a wit as they come. His new sitcom, The Norm Show, is on ABC Wednesdays
so
at 9:30.
Loud too, eh?
Please welcome George Wendt, ladies and gentlemen.
George Wendt.
Look, he's wearing the same jacket.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. He's a nightclub comedian.
How you doing, man?
How are you?
I'm all right. How's it going?
Year in, year out, my favorite guest.
All right, you're a good man.
Because you have no inner barometer of how far to go.
I know, because it's HBO. I like to be dirty.
That's why. Yeah, that's why they can swear. That's why I was like, when you said you always heard it, I'm like, no. There's way less swearing on TV back then.
No, yeah, no, but that's when you had First Choice Super Channel had the fucking HBO or whatever. So.
Yeah, that's why this was the beginning of HBO. HBO wasn't there in the 90s. We didn't have HBO.
No.
This is after 90s, I guess.
You're like a profane child. That's how I'm thinking of you, because you always say, I like to be dirty. Then you go up on this Pynchon-esque cock rant for like 3 minutes. Cocks are ugly, and Joe Campbell's a cock, and you're always shuffling your feet. What are you nervous about? You're a star, for Christ's sake. How's that sitcom world? Is that hell, or do you like that over there?
It's not a lot of fun, but you know, it's good to do.
No, it's not on Olmeyer's.
Yeah, it's crazy. His hairline, it looks like he should be going bald, but he never is. He bald now? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
I think he has the same hair.
Telegram or what word?
Just shorter.
Yeah. Olmeyer, I haven't heard any missive. I think.
Who's the Olmeyer at your network?
This lady Jamie Tarsis.
She think you're funny?
Yeah.
Olmeyer's not even there anymore, isn't it? Isn't one of his last official duties to whack you?
Yeah.
To whack
you.
you.
Took off, and they got this other guy. I think it's maybe Sammy Sosa.
Scott Sassa.
Sammy Sosa.
All right, now I want to do a Rorschach thing. What flashes into your mind when I say bad taste? What do you find bad taste?
Well, there was this performance art guy, I remember in New York, that his whole big thing was he'd take a picture of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ of Nazareth, and then...
not Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And then his whole act is he'd piss on it with his cock.
Wow, you know, at least he showed respect. He could have pissed with his, what, arm?
All right. So I thought that was really in horribly bad
That's over
taste.
the line, as far as...
because Jesus Christ you know, he died for the guy's sin, and then the guy pisses on his picture. And it was a picture of Jesus dying for his sins. He's on that cross going, oh, I'm dying for the guy's sins. And then this guy's like pissing all over it. But, you know, when Judgment Day comes, he's going to have to face Jesus Christ of Almighty of Nazareth, you know.
Jesus is going to say, hey, asshole, what's with the peeing on my picture?
Yeah. That negates every other good thing he ever did, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, you don't piss on my picture.
Yeah. You don't want to come up to the gates of heaven, God's leaning there with a nunchuck strapped around his neck, you know. How do you
go, I'll have some performance art for you while the fucking devil shoves some coal up your ass.
As I said before, the childlike outro. How do you define bad taste? Is it like beauty? Is it in the eye of the beholder or what?
Yeah, it kind of is. You know, it depends on what people... Some people, like, get all upset over certain words, like... They think that, like, girls all the time, man, when I'm talking to them, like, if I go, hey, how about you and I, like, fuck, you know? And then the girl always goes, like, I don't fuck, I make love. I make love. Fuck. And I go, I don't care, whatever you want to call, as long as my dirty cock's involved, you know?
Holy fuck.
Not going to get in a semantic argument. You know, you can call making a grilled cheese sandwich as long as there's a lot of...
That was my God.
Now, what's the earliest into hitting on a woman that you've ever said, I want to fuck you? Like you give it a couple minutes, right?
I try to get into it pretty quick. You know?
So that trump card down. No, if you're in the game.
I don't, because I don't like, I don't ever ask them to, would you like to have dinner? I don't really like having dinner with them.
Yeah, how about you? What's your quickest?
My quickest line?
No, I like to ask them if you want to fuck or whatever you just said.
They always just want to fuck me. I never have to ask.
Damn, no, not me. I always just say I love you before I fuck. Oh. I think once I say I love you, it's just like, oh, we're gonna fuck now. That's what I think. That's my mentality.
You know what though? That's that's the best lie you could probably say. I love you.
Yeah, I love. Oh, I used to say it to everybody, and everybody's like, you can't just be saying that, because I'd say I love you, fuck them, and then go fuck their friend.
And then her friend's like, you said you love me too. What the fuck?
I'm like,
what? You can't love two people.
No, my argument was this. I said, I love you like the moment. You in this moment. That's why I said I love you. I love the moment.
You should have said, I love this.
No, I love you in this moment. And that under my breath, I'm like, in this moment.
or having a drink with them or anything like that. No. You know,
so that's your sort of exchange with women is...
Yeah, I say, hey, how about you and me fuck? And then they go, no. And then they go, how about we have dinner? And I go, I don't like dinner, you don't like fucking.
So it's a pretty basic thing you have with women. Kind of a basic exchange.
I'm not good with
Now, Norm, have you ever done anything in your long and storied career that you consider specifically to be in bad taste as you look back on it? Maybe at the time you thought it was a good
Hell no.
But you look back on it and you think that was in bad taste.
Well, sometimes, like in stand-up, I'll do jokes.
Yeah, this sounds like the beginning to PC culture. You know what I mean? It's fucked up. Yeah, it's like, do you regret anything? Why the fuck would I? It's comedy, you son of a bitch. Don't even like this guy should be. He's a comedian. He should never even ask this question. You know?
No, he shouldn't have.
Oh.
That I like one time I was doing this thing in San Francisco and they were all gay people in the audience. So I figured I'd
in San Francisco?
Yeah. No. So I figured I'd do stuff about gay people so that they could relate to it.
Yeah, it's warm up. They love that.
And so I was talking about, because I went to this gay pride parade and I saw in it there were these old men and old ladies like with these.
Oh, dude, this is my favorite one.
The signs that said, "We are proud of our gay son," you know. And so I was saying that's an odd thing to be proud of, you know, because it's not an achievement, you know. It's not like something you work all your life to be gay or anything like that. And I just wondered. I had a hard time believing that these 50, 60-year-old men are actually bragging at work like that. Hey, Bill, my kid, oh my God, we're proud of him, Johnny. He graduated from Harvard, first in his class, you know what I mean? Now he's articling over at a law firm, and, oh yeah, he loves cock. He can't get enough cock in his mouth, his ass, his kid's always cock. I got a picture of the boy here sucking another man's cock. I want to show you.
What do you do with your son?
Play
You do. How old is he now?
Here he is now.
15 years old.
15 years old.
Still playing with him.
Right.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh, here I gotta turn this up.
Very young boy, when he was like 3, 4, something like that. I would play games with him, like we'd play basketball or something.
Sure.
And I let him win.
Right.
And now he can beat me at everything. And so he's like, hey, man, I always beat you at everything. I said, no, fuck, I used to let you win. You go, fuck, he doesn't believe it.
Yeah. It's so weird hearing him say fuck, huh?
I know.
It's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he just thinks I'm some retard that can't beat a fucking elephant. Well,
Albeit a bad one, but nevertheless.
Just sad. It was all happening in Canada,
Canada.
You can't talk about it because it happened in Canada?
No, I'm saying.
What happens in Canada stays in Canada. Seriously, what led to
Hey, you want to hear a joke from my act?
Yeah. I do.
He must have done something really bad.
No, it's about that whatever happened in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Go ahead. Yeah, I want to hear
that fucking whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
So actually, it doesn't really stay. Like you can't. It's not like you can kill a person and then leave Vegas and everything's cool. You know what I mean? So what I did was I looked at that phrase. What it actually means is basically you can go to Vegas, fuck a prostitute, and then she will not tell your wife.
That's
exactly what they're saying.
You're saying
not like those gossipy small town whores.
Yeah, that should be the new slogan. He's right.
You're saying
that's where you come from. I'm saying back at home.
Artie Lang.
They're
Artie.
blabbermouths.
You're saying, in other words,
they're sitting in the beauty parlor going, "Oh, you're married to."
Yo, Artie Lang sniffed fucking glass. That's crazy. Because he had Coke mixed in his broken glass, and he sniffed it, and he had to get surgery on his face.
Yeah, wouldn't that kill you?
Yeah. He had to get it. Well, his nose is off now, and they had to re-put it on. Yeah,
fuck.
He fucked it right up.
Hey,
it caved in.
I fucking shit on his face last night.
In other words,
it's a small world.
There are certain people who literally.
What did Gilbert do? I read in the computer.
Gilbert Godfrey.
Something back at Affleck or something.
Well, I don't. Gilbert is not the type to apologize for anything he says, but I think it cost him a lot of money. The Affleck gig was easy. Once a year he goes in, acts like a duck, and makes a ton of dough.
He doesn't even have to say anything but
Affleck. So he didn't know Affleck. I guess has 75% of their business in Japan, and they got a bit offended by what was going on.
Is that Chris Farley?
I can add.
Is that Chris Farley beside him, or is that some other guy?
I did an audition for it.
Did you really?
Did you?
It seems like everyone is being auditioned
now,
for the
what
Affleck
did you do? Did you try to sound like Gilbert, or did you try to change the duck?
They said. I have only been on like 5 auditions in my life, and everyone's been a fucking nightmare.
You don't strike me as an auditioning kind of guy.
I'm the worst fucking ever. So I go in, and then the woman goes I just thought I'd have to say Affleck once.
Right, that's easy.
So she goes, listen. I want you to create a story. Like, that's what I want you to do. Like, you just think of the duck, be quizzical and funny, and then sarcastic, and then...
Yeah, dude, I couldn't picture this guy being the Affleck duck.
No,
it doesn't make sense. Yeah.
No,
Once Gilbert did it, it's like only him.
Because it'll be Affleck.
Yeah, it'll be no enthusiasm.
And she goes, just create a story. Have fun. They all say, fucking have fun with it.
No, this is my work. There's no fun here.
So then, like, 3 seconds in, I'm like, I want to get the fuck out of here. I ain't gonna be the fucking duck. So she left, and then there's just me and a guy with a hat. So I said, listen, man, I'll just say Affleck and get the fuck out of here. Because, I only got so many fucking moments in my life.
Right. You got a life to live.
Yeah, so... Have you ever been in that situation? You've never have been because you have complete freedom. But it's me, a guy with a hat. He's telling me how to say Affleck. I'm saying Affleck. I'm going, I don't have that many years left.
It dawned on you that this is actual.
This is time.
Like if a doctor told you had 3 weeks to live, you'd say, God, I'm spending too much time here.
Yeah, exactly. So you go to psychiatrist?
Yeah. Do you go to psychiatrist?
I went for 4 times.
I could see you'd be difficult.
I started making up shit.
Right.
And it was like
routines. Did you feel
not
you had to be
routines, but I'd exaggerate things, and then I go, well, no, it wasn't that bad. Like, you know.
So it was hard for you to take yourself seriously in therapy.
The first time I went was here in New York, man. I went to a fucking apartment. It was in an apartment.
Is this during Saturday Night Live years?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like I was fucking addicted to gambling.
His voice sounds like he does so much coke, but he doesn't.
Yeah, I know.
So that's why I went
Or
there.
like smoke a big fat one.
You're not.
Yeah, his nose always sounds stuffed.
Yeah.
Addicted anymore to
You
that?
went and got cured?
Yeah, look at him. He's cured. He's only gambling $100,000 a hand now.
So the lady. So it's a lady. It was a lady.
That guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
lady
shit. You see that? Oh, you see that guy?
Yeah.
It looked like the retarded version of Chris Farley.
No. God, man.
You're
like
such a seductress. I
You
can
know,
see
like
that.
the things at the bottom of the fish tank?
Yeah.
Like
the
that.
sucking fish?
Yeah, she looked like that. But she was a nice lady.
Like a flounder.
And smart from the universities and shit, right?
Right.
Psychiatrist.
Did someone recommend you?
Smart
Someone
from the
Michael
universities.
say this
Somebody
is.
said go to this lady. So I go in, right? And I never been to no psychiatrist. So she starts asking me questions. And I'm making little jokes and shit, right?
No,
Everything
no.
she's asking. So she says, enough with the fucking jokes. What's that shit, right?
Right.
Those are jokes.
Right, take it
But
seriously.
you're talking about your father and stuff, and you're making jokes.
Right.
Like,
Yeah, dude, I always say this. My dad and my sister's dad went to prison together, and my sister's dad raped my dad in prison. So I don't know why. It used to help me like deal with the fact that I didn't know him, I guess. It's funny.
Whoa.
that's really what it is. So I go, I never did that in my life, right? So I'm like, all right. So fucking then I'm talking. So then cut to fucking 25 minutes later, tears streaming down my eyes. I'm fucking like a fucking little fag baby, right? I don't know if babies are fags. I don't know, but
A fag baby. Yeah, just the ones in the Vatican. Got him! Ding, 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 ding. Got him!
Oh my God, that was a fucking. Oh, that came out of fucking nowhere, buddy. That was awesome.
But I'm crying and shit, right? And then she's like, "Okay, time's up. Beat it."
Yeah.
So I'm like, "Whoa!" I go, "No, please." I go, "I'll pay you more. Just I have to stay here, right?" And she's like, "There's another lady. Get out," you know. So I'm like, "Ah." So then I walk out in the cold New York, you know, with the hot dog vendors. They don't give a fuck about you. Tears. And I go through Central Park shaking. And here's a story about Rodney, man. He was fucking
Rodney
guy.
Dangerfield
Kept doing coke and shit, even when you get scared at some point. You stop doing drugs.
Yeah.
Right.
Most humans.
Not him.
This fucker, 80, whatever he was, doing all kinds of shit. Saga told me the story, right? So he's in the hospital.
Yeah. Hold on. So Bob Saget is he's the one that created the movie Dirty Work. He was the producer and everything.
Right.
And he's like, because he thought Norm was the best. He's like, you need to have your own movie. You need to be big, you know. But Norm is just not an actor. You know what I mean?
I know.
I don't know. Have you ever watched Dirty Work?
No, I don't think so.
Oh man, Dave Chappelle's in it. Artie Lang and Norm Macdonald. It's a pretty good one.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah.
And he's got a fucking brain tumor
And Bob,
that's going to cause
and
a
Bob
heart
Saget
attack.
is the producer and director. So
Okay.
they have like 4 comedians that are fucking amazing, right?
Bob Faggot.
Crazy shit, right?
Right.
So everybody's worried about him. Just leaves the hospital 2 days later, right?
Walks out on his own.
Yeah, so he's in the comedy store with 2 hookers, and he's waiting for Ron Jeremy to show up.
Oh my goodness.
So this is 2 days later. Saget told me he walked in, he was like completely shocked. He said,
Wearing a Hinder
"Rodney,
shirt.
how you doing?"
Yeah, someone just told me that I look like Ron Jeremy. Fuck, I was like, you son of a bitch. You know?
Yeah, I'd be offended. I'd be offended by
How
that.
are you doing? And Rodney goes, "How am
He's
I
a
doing?"
rapist.
He goes, "I'm sitting here with 2 whores waiting for a guy who can suck his own dick. How you doing?"
Still very quick.
Yeah.
He was a genuine character.
Would you still have girlfriends if you could suck your own dick?
Fuck, dude, I wouldn't even be on the show right now.
Yeah, dude, you just finished telling me that I was weird for eating my fucking extra cheesy Doritos.
Yeah. If I could suck my own dick, I'd be gay.
Yeah.
Buying
Doritos, when people are like, what do they mean by extra cheesy Doritos?
Yeah,
If you haven't watched the first one, you'll never get it.
Yeah. Go back and watch some videos, you'll see.
I know guys who went into meetings with him about a movie.
Yeah.
He'd show up late in a bathrobe with his balls hanging out.
Yeah.
And like
Damn.
legendary stories of it. You talk about not giving a fuck. You worship that. You want to be that guy who doesn't give a fuck, right?
I met Rodney, man, when I was fucking. I made the worst mistake ever, which I was in the fucking hotel, and I loved Rodney and shit. I didn't know him, and I was coming down in the casino. I was coming down the fucking.
Yeah, when somebody says coming down, I always think about cocaine.
And Rodney was in the elevator. I'm like, oh my God, it's Rodney. I gotta say something to him. So, anyways, I'd worked on some stupid fucking thing with this director who said he worked with Rodney.
Yeah.
So I used that as a thing, right? So I go, hey, Rodney. I go, we have a common friend. He goes, who's that? I go, Paul Johnson. He goes, that cocksucker. That fucker's no friend. And there's a full elevator. That fucker's no friend of mine. You tell him he can suck my dick. I'm like, oh, I'm not his friend. I'm not his friend.
And you hear these stories. He was sort of a bitter guy because he made it late in life and all that. But yet he was a sweet guy because
he helped everybody.
I mean, he did something for me that I'll never forget. Like I appeared on the Tonight Show with Jay Leno back when I would work with that scumbag.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking. He's a great guy. Anyway, I went on the Tonight Show and Rodney called me at my house. Now I didn't know Rodney. He just says, "Hey, Howard." I just want to tell you, when I used to do shows, no one ever called me. No one ever said I did good. I knew what you were doing up there. You were great. You were doing a great job.
Cool.
And I was like, wow, Rodney Dangerous. I mean, because he's the guy. If he thinks you did okay, I must have done okay.
Yeah.
So what a tremendous, nice thing to do for somebody.
Unbelievable. Well, I met him on Saturday Night Live because he came and did, when I did Update, he came and did some jokes on his 75th birthday. So we have to do dress first at 8:30 and then at 11:30 the show,
Right.
So he comes and he's like, hey, Norm, I got to fucking talk to you, So I go in and I'm like, Mr. Dangerfield, it's great to meet you. That's the first time I ever met him. He goes, listen, man. He goes, what the fuck, man? Why am I doing it at 8:30, I know my fucking jokes. I'll just come back at 11:30. I go, I don't know how it works, Rodney. You got to do it. He goes, God damn. He goes, let me tell you something, kid. This was his advice to me.
Kid.
He goes, let me tell you something, kid. He goes, this fucking TV shit, He goes, this waiting around all the fucking time. It's a bunch of all shit, It's shit. He goes, it's the same with fucking movies, You're in the movie, and then you're in the fucking trailer all the time. That's all you're doing is fucking jerking off in the trailer, He goes, it's all shit, kid. He goes, remember this and remember it. Remember it forever. Stand up, man. That's all there is. Stand up.
And he meant it.
Then there's a fucking 5-minute pause. He's looking me right in the eyes. He goes, stand up, shit.
Negative guy. Yeah.
I tell you the time I went to fucking, this guy Milos Forman.
Yeah, he's a big director.
So he saw me on Saturday Night Live, so he got the idea I was smart. Because I'm reading the news and shit like that. So he's come to we go out to eat at Nobu and shit, right? And so
Milos must be Serbian or Croatian for sure.
Gotta be, yeah.
Yeah, or Russian. Yeah.
So it's me, him, and two guys from two foreigners.
Right.
And so these guys know everything, And so they're like, what about the situation in the Balkans or something like that?
Yeah, he's Serbian. Yeah, for sure.
So I'm just sitting there like a retard. They know everything, right?
Right. They're concerned.
Yeah.
Right.
So he thought, and I just kind of play along by repeating what they'd said 3 sentences ago.
Right, yeah.
And so anyways, he goes, I put you in the movie, man. I need a guy to... And he was going to give me a big part. So I was like, no, don't.
Looks like you're wearing a glove.
I can't act. And he's like, don't worry about it. I go, seriously, Milos, I don't
When you lean forward, it looks like you look like the Ultimate Warrior.
What do you want? I go, just give me a small part. That'd be cool.
Go to the left
so
a
he
little
made
bit.
me a reporter, right?
Lean in.
People versus Larry Flint.
Right.
Okay, maybe not.
I played one of the people.
Right. Originally, it sounds like you were about to be Larry Flint. Right.
Oh my God.
Bam, Larry Flint.
I have stories about that fucker too.
No.
But we,
I got stories about that fucker
too.
too.
Right?
Rest in peace, Larry Flint.
And I'm a reporter, So he goes, you drive up and get out of the car and run.
Is Larry Flint the hustler guy?
Yeah, he just passed away.
Yeah. I wonder if he was a good guy. Probably
He
not.
was. No, he was. He was a great guy.
You think so, eh?
Yeah, actually. I read a lot about him.
Yeah, books are books, bro.
Well, there's a lot of naked girls in the books that I read.
Cab will drive you.
But then again, if someone did my biography, I wouldn't be considered a good guy after it. So,
well, after he got shot, just real quick, after he got shot, he was on a lot of drugs, right? And
that's cool.
He got surgery to take away the pain, and then he stopped taking the drugs. And the girl that he was with, she ended up dying, overdosing and falling in the pool, and he blamed himself for it. So,
okay, yo, remember that story for Friday night? Friday night, Average Joe podcast every Friday and Monday. Come watch it, boys and gals.
Yes. Like a reporter's in a cab. So I get to so we do the scene. It's me and Larry Flint, you know, and me and Woody Harrelson.
Yeah.
So
Woody,
you know, he has all these
because he played Larry.
Okay, you know, he goes, you don't have to worry too much about the script. Just, you know, he's a really cool guy.
Yo, someone called me Woody Harrelson too. It's like, fuck, how many guys am I? Jason Biggs, Sylvester Stallone, Woody Harrelson, fucking Joey Fatone. Like,
Simon Helberg.
Who else am I? I'm everybody.
You know who Simon Helberg is?
No, but fuck that guy too.
And, he goes, just whenever you're ready, do it, you know. So then, anyways, Woody Harrelson's really cool, and fucking actors, man. When they're really good, it's like something different.
Right.
You know?
Oh, Rob Dyrdek too. People, when I used to be skinny, everybody used to say I was that guy too all the time.
That's not a bad one.
Yeah, but I'll tell you that story on Friday. Stay tuned for that story.
You're God.
Because I'm just waiting for the other fucker to stop talking, and oh God, I remember my
gotta write it down.
I'm just hoping to remember my words. So, anyways, fucking what's his name? Woody Harrelson asked me if I want a beer. You know, he goes, "You want a beer?" I go, "No, it's cool. I don't drink. You know."
See, I told you.
He goes, "You don't want a beer?" I go, "No, I don't drink, but thanks, man." And then I go, you drink? Like, I thought you just smoked weed and all that shit. And then all of a sudden, Milos Forman goes, "Cut! What the fuck is going on?" Like we were in the movie.
You didn't know?
No.
You thought he was talking to you.
Because he was looking at me and talking like a regular person.
There
was nothing fake about it.
You got caught up in the movie.
He was such a good actor.
You said you'd rather...
That's what I mean. This guy, his like brain won't compute being fake. You know what I mean? Exactly. He has to always be himself.
Yeah.
You'd rather play Frogger than have sex.
Okay.
Oh yeah, well you have to know Frogger. You know, it's a game. It's an arcade game where a little frog has to go across the river.
Yeah.
And they have like little logs that he has to, and sometimes the logs, a crocodile tries to eat him.
You're like totally into that?
Yeah. I like
that's Roseanne Barr.
Roseanne Barr, yeah.
For sex, then.
See, that's the thing with me too, because I'm totally bored. I don't have any. What's the matter?
Yeah. It hasn't like gotten better over the centuries, you know. It's always the same thing. It's very like I had sex when I was young, man, and then I had it for a while, and then I realized.
Well, we might as well do this.
It's always the same thing, you know. There's only a few things you can do. You can go like this.
Come to the Hamilton Street.
You go, I'll do this for a while. And then...
Do you think that we're being drugged by the government to lose interest in sex?
No, I just think it's a thing that. Like, you know, when people go, hey, you know, that guy's he's good in bed, you know? And to me, like, how hard is it? You know? It's not like if you're good in badminton or something, you know, that's a hard thing. Badminton,
he's good in bed.
And Frogger, you know? But sex, you can figure it out in like 10 minutes, you know?
Whoa. Whoa. I know a lot of girls that would beg to differ.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Sex and pizza are the exact same thing, because even when it's shit, it's still okay.
Well, yeah, to a guy, but to a girl, it's like, it's.
Oh, but really,
to be good at sex is like, it's like, well, I like playing baseball just because it's fun. That's what you're saying. That's what most guys say about sex. I just play baseball because it's fun. I have sex because it's fun. That's your theory on it.
Yeah, but who really gives a fuck about the girl things, man?
I do, bro. I like getting my fucking eyes scratched out when it's good.
Yeah, I know, but
like goats do it and stuff. You know, like goats and pigs and stuff all do it. So how special can it be?
Exactly. Show me a goat that can get past the third level of frog.
That's right.
The writers write it, and then you say it. So then if it's not funny, the audience hates
Trouble
you.
with writing.
You know?
Right. That's exactly why you have to be so mean to writers.
Right. Like the audience is going to watch the Roseanne show and go, oh, that dirty Bruce Rasmussen. He's not funny at all.
Rasmussen.
They don't get that. The writers don't get that. It's your ass out there. They go like, no, it is funny. I'd be like, I don't think it's funny.
Yeah.
Well, I wrote it and I say it's funny. Well, then you go out there and say it. They want they kind of want a robot that'll just say anything.
Yeah, but they're good people, the writers, you know.
It's true, but do you think that some comedians just have a big ego, so they don't want to admit that something else could be funny in a different way?
For sure, 100%. But
yeah. So does it? And a lot of it, if it's not your style, it's hard for you to go out there and say. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't tell a joke that was meant for like an African
Bobby
person.
Lee, like
Whatever, you know what I mean?
like Bobby Lee, like oh yeah, doing all of those Chinese dances and being naked. I wouldn't do that. Yeah.
No, me neither. But I know a guy that like he was from Canada. He moved from Canada, but he wears like a Borat fucking bikini and goes to Wasaga Beach and fucking goes. That guy was fucking awesome. Bring him back.
Bring him back. Yeah, you know what? I left that bikini shit stained in an attic.
Oh, I have to go back.
Yeah, remember when I used to make y'all wear numbers?
Yeah. Yeah, Roseanne made us all wear numbers on our shirts so she wouldn't have to speak to us as human beings. So, she'd say, hey, just number 9. And actually, we have...
Yeah, I heard Roseanne is, since she's been going through problems with her health, she has to take all these pills, so she's a little bit crazy now. But I heard... what?
I got her written down for Friday.
Right? Yeah, okay.
Writers on this show that
enough of that.
Your show.
Yeah, so
we have 3 and 8.
Are they any good? I remember those guys. Are they any good now?
Oh yeah, they're great.
So
yeah.
They're great.
I know that the guy that used to write the what do you call it in Hustler magazine?
What?
He used to write the jokes, the captions under the comics in Hustler magazine.
Where is he?
He's the one that created your show.
He is?
He's the most talented. Yeah. He's the most talented of all of them. He also did Drew Carey. He's the most talented number I ever had on that show.
Yeah.
And I wish him the best.
Yeah,
and
he's Bruce Halford. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, he started out at Hustler.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Those things were hysterical. He never told me that. You mean like the really dirty cartoons with the blood and everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they have this caption.
Yeah, they're hilarious.
That one time I had a psychiatrist.
I opened videos.
Because they told me I should go see a psychiatrist. I didn't want to go see one or anything like that. But so I go to see this dude, the psychiatrist, and I'm talking to the guy, and I couldn't think of any problems or anything that I had. I was just like, guy I'm working with is kind of a troublemaker, and the boss is always. So I'm just like, nothing to say, and the guy's like sitting there, So then I go to the guy twice, right? And then I'm reading the paper. The guy kills himself.
Damn.
Really?
Yeah, he killed himself. And then I was reading his horrible life, like he was on all these drugs, and he was one of those guys that like to hang themselves there to have sex, and all this weird stuff. Anyway.
Autoerotic asphyxiation.
Yeah, that was Robin Williams too, wasn't it?
No, it was David Carradine. But they tried to say Robin Williams did that. But it was David Carradine did that.
Yeah. And then
I don't know who David Carradine is.
God, like the last
Robin Williams, they said that he did that.
He's listening to my boring problems, He's all troubled, and I'm going, anyways, the guy, I don't think he respects me, my boss,
That's kind of, did like that, how deeply did that frighten you? When you read it in the paper that he killed himself.
Yeah, I don't like hearing about guys killing themselves.
That's really scary, isn't it?
Yeah. Especially a psychiatrist, you figure they got it all going on in their head, right?
Yeah. And then, like, when you find out they're crazier than you.
Yeah. I don't like that.
Yeah. Just like one of my ex-girlfriends, she was a youth worker, and she couldn't even take care of her fucking self. She's mental. I'm like, how the fuck are you taking care of the youth? But you're fucking mental and sucking all the dick and doing all the coke. It's crazy.
Because I don't like the psychiatrists too. I'm always afraid like that. You know, they get you under their spell there.
Yeah,
and then,
they do.
My way back
anybody else.
Not my ex, my way back ex, just to get that.
You only trust
way back.
Yeah.
And then, of course, first
Way
thing
back,
he does
way
is
back.
sex with you.
That's right.
Damn.
Yeah, the first, it's like a cult. It's a horrifying cult, I think.
Same with hypnotists. Like, I always think if a hypnotist is going to
fucking
hypnotize
creepy.
you,
Yeah.
he should say right before, I promise I will not have sex with you, you know? Well,
Yo, dude, you've been to comedy clubs.
Yes.
So have you ever seen a hypnotist or what?
Yes.
Do they work or is it bullshit?
They wouldn't be able to work on you for sure. You wouldn't be able to be hypnotized. I can guarantee you that.
Why?
Because you're not weak-minded.
Oh, so you have to be like,
Yeah.
so you have to be like gullible almost.
Yeah, kind of like. So when they pick these people, the guy will come up and look at you, and he'll just go, no, no, no. Those are people that he can't hypnotize. Right?
Yeah.
I even went to, because my parents thought I was fucking some crazy fucking kid that was gonna chop people's legs off and shit, I guess. So they sent me to a hypnotist, and he couldn't hypnotize me, and he was a psychologist hypnotist, and he said, yeah, your kid's not crazy, you're just fucking paranoid.
Yeah. No. But well, I wonder what they look for when they go in the crowd, like no eye contact and shit like that. Like you can pretend to do that.
Well, they just know by the way, like I could tell by looking in your eyes that you're fucking. You got to be trained too, I guess. You know what I mean? So
you gotta have a trained
spot it.
Like gaydar.
A little bit more accurate. It's more like
I have
sonar.
gaydar. Buddy, I have good gaydar. I can
Yeah.
tell everybody. I can tell you gave a hand job in your 20s.
you're under. Because, you know, I don't want to give up smoking, but at the same time.
Yeah, I need one of your Depends, bro.
Why are you telling people that shit, man?
Yeah, I need one of your Depends. I got to go to the bathroom again.
Yeah, me too. So hurry back, because I got to go too.
Oh, I love this pizza.
Yeah, it's pizza.
Dairy pizza. Oh my God, look it.
It's kosher pizza.
It's so good too.
Because you're Jewish.
That's right. I just want to be able to eat pepperoni that's made out of veal or something. I
no.
love that.
You'll go to hell.
What if I eat pepperoni with pork?
Yeah, because you're Jewish.
Will that make me go to hell?
Yeah, isn't that the whole idea?
Go to hell?
You know, I'm Christian. I can eat any kind of pizza and not go to hell.
Eating it either.
Oh, you don't?
No, I don't go to hell.
Well, they don't specifically mention pizza in the Old Testament, but it's.
But they do mention pepperoni.
Yeah.
Oh God.
This pizza.
But
here,
it doesn't say you'll go to hell. It just says, you never know where,
You might want to avoid.
I'll be
this
back.
piece actually has hooves on it. You want to eat that? And I said, listen, man, because I kept hearing these things about how old people always have sex.
Yeah.
So I said to my grandmother, grandfather, you still have sex with my grandmother? He was like, good Lord, no.
Good Lord, no. Don't forget to check out my GoFundMe and buy a t-shirt at www.thisisbunjo.com. Gang, gang, gang.
And then he was explaining it to me. He was like, because in his own head, he thinks he's like a young dude.
Yeah.
You know? And so he says, like, when you get old, it's not like all of a sudden your taste change where you go, hey, that wrinkly old lady looks good.
He told you that?
Yeah.
Wow. He said that people still look good when they're in their 20s to like real old guys?
Yeah, yeah. Because he said whenever he looked in the mirror, he was always shocked because he thought he was like a doughboy back in the First World War.
Doughboy.
You know? He thought he was a handsome dude, and even if he did know he was ugly, he still was not attracted to the old bags.
Yeah.
Norm MacDonald is on the say.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be fun, man. It's gonna be a donkey ride to heaven.
Sure will be. Hey, Norm, I don't know if you can remember this story, but somebody, I think, told it
to me about you gambling, coming in late, and calling for a wake-up call that was probably just a few minutes after you went to bed. Do you remember that story?
Adam Carolla.
How did that story go? I remember laughing hysterically, but I
Is
don't
that a
remember all the
lawnmower?
details.
What do you mean?
Is that a farmer on a lawnmower? On his shirt. On his shirt.
Yeah, it is.
Damn.
It was back when I was drinking, and I was really drinking a lot. And I was gambling and everything, and then I went up to the room and I said, I phoned down to the, I'm trying to remember, I phoned back down to the front desk and I said, listen, give me a wake-up call for 6 o'clock.
Damn.
And I was like, oh, it's 5 to 6.
It sounds like he's fucking highly mad. Yeah. You're telling me this guy doesn't do drugs or anything?
I guess I'm not.
I said, I gotta let you go. You'll be dialing soon.
He sounds like this girl we know.
Norm, it's like Ty Pennington got to your head and made you over. The last time I saw you, you had a gray beard.
Oh, yeah.
You
What
really
did you say? I was sober. I don't drink.
Wow. You don't drink?
I don't drink. And I don't do drugs.
See, I think that's what the joke is right here. He's like, wow, you don't drink? It's crazy.
Everybody thinks he doesn't drink.
Really?
Yeah, I don't do anything.
Hold on.
You don't do anything.
You've never been a drinker? Oh, I have in the past when I was a young boy, but I get scared. Like, when you're young, you do anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you don't think you're going to die. So when I was young, people just hand me pills. I'd eat them. And,
yeah, no kidding.
I got older, and I was like, God damn, man, I'm going to die. I'm not going to do nothing.
Right.
So,
but you still gamble. That's a vice.
Dude, hold on. I was going to ask you, I forget about we were talking about something about being gay. And I don't know if this is gay. You remember when we were young, we used to do that with our friends, like do the pee streams? Like we'd pee and cross each other's streams, like, you know what I mean?
No.
No? Oh, then you don't remember this. Where we'd put our two dicks together and we try to pee in each other's holes?
That doesn't sound gay to me. This sounds like a competition.
Yeah. Who had the most powerful stream, bro?
Yeah.
That's all it is.
You're a dick toucher. You're a dick toucher.
And there'd be
your bookie kills you.
Just like that.
Right. It's quality of life threatening, arguably.
Don't they call that docking now?
No, that's when your dick sleeps in your buddy's foreskin.
Yeah, I don't date people that have foreskin though.
Yeah, you gotta actually get up on your fucking dick conversation. You know,
Sorry,
you don't know any.
I have no dick knowledge.
You have no dick game.
No dick game.
What's a make a deal. I had a bookie take all my money, and because I won so much, and then my buddy's like, "Oh man, you got to break his leg and stuff, right?" And I'm like, "What? I'm already out all this money. I'm not gonna."
Yeah, you won a bet. What was it, like $100 grand or something?
Yeah,
and then
a lot
it just
of
didn't
money.
pay off.
Now, what were you betting on? Were you betting on football?
Damn.
What was
football mostly? Yeah, but it became crazy where it was like basketball every single day.
So, Norm, you have not had a drink in how long?
Well, first of all, I'm not an alcoholic.
Mm-hmm. That's
so I don't count
the first thing
days.
Alcoholics say.
No, alcoholics count the days of know how long it's been.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes I'll go to a party, a guy will go, "Hey, what do you want to drink?" I go, "Just give me a water." And then they'll go, "Are you alcoholic?" And I'm like, "No, man, you're the guys that are drinking.
Right.
You know, I want water." And they go, "Oh, yeah, no, we understand."
So you don't...
All right, I'll drink.
So you don't...
I'll get drunk out of my mind and barf all over myself if it'll take away the stigma of being an alcoholic. But I knew a friend, man, that some guys can get any women they want.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm sure you know that type, you know. It's not like they're incredibly handsome or anything, but just somehow...
Me. It's like everybody always, my whole life, how the fuck did you get her? How the fuck does that girl like you?
Charisma,
there's more. Yes, I'm like, I just got that fucking light over me. Jesus, thank you.
You got that charm.
And my buddy Bill,
Yeah.
Funny thing about Mickey is she didn't even like me, and I just at the beginning, and I'm like, you liked me. I'm like, trust me, I already know the future. You like me, and then I just put it in their head. That's what I used to do to a lot of girls. I used to convince them that they liked me. I don't know if that makes sense. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know why you're fighting it. It's inevitable. You know?
You ever seen that movie Can't Buy Me Love?
Yeah.
It's kind of the
No, I
same
haven't.
thing. No, it's Patrick's Dempsey and some other beautiful girl. But
Patrick Dempsey's a girl?
No, and some. Oh yeah, you're right. I did say that, didn't I? I'm sorry, Patrick. I did say that. But I think it was the girl that did Back to the
Clueless?
Future. No, Back to the Future.
All right. Back to the Future. I don't even remember a girl. I just remember that guy that shakes a lot, Ricky J. Fox or something like that. And that old dude that looks like the guy from Future Morty, Rick and Morty.
Well, I don't know what you're talking about there.
Great Scott! This guy could get any lady. I'm telling you, literally had sex with
Michael J.
different
Fox,
women.
by the way.
I asked him, I said, what's your secret,
Ricky J. Fox.
He said, I'm a serial rapist.
He's Canadian.
He does shake a lot, though, right?
Well, he can't help it.
So neither could that other girl. What's that girl from Back in the not Back in the Future, Back in the Past? Not Anne Frank, another girl. I used to shake a lot.
You're talking about I don't know.
No, she's like a woman that was like a big history thing.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Right. Not the Jewish girl.
Nope.
Anne Frank, not Anne Frank.
No. Was she deaf and dumb?
Yeah.
Ellen. No.
Ellen.
Not
She's
Ellen.
a lesbian.
I was gonna say Ellen Cleghorn. I was gonna say Helen Cleghorn, but it's she was
deaf and dumb.
she was a professor too. Fuck, what's her name?
Yeah. Oh fuck.
Press play.
Stop. Did you say that on The View the other day when you were on The View?
The View.
They don't want me on there.
I thought you were on The View.
Did you watch that interview ever?
No, I don't watch The View.
It's crazy with him, Norm Macdonald. They hate him.
They don't like me anymore.
Why won't they have you?
Oh, this is why.
Well, one time they wanted me to go on The View, right? So I was like up all night, like for a long time, because I was in my gambling days and so. And so the guy kept phoning me, the producer of The View, you know.
Yeah,
And,
Bill Geddes.
Yeah, that's the guy. Yeah. And so he kept having ideas, like funny ideas I could do, you know.
Right.
And like they have those guys. You know?
Right.
So
here's a funny idea. Let's not talk about rape. Like ideas like that. No, it's fine with me. It's just funny. It strikes me with Norm and with me sometimes you talk to producers about funny ideas maybe you shouldn't be doing.
Oh, they do that.
More do nots than do's.
Yeah, they do that. They go, hey, don't swear on The View like you're going to swear. Like
right.
That retarded.
Here's an idea for your segment. Don't use the N-word.
Yeah.
What happened? How did you end up offending?
So anyways, the guy kept following me with these crazy like ideas. He'd go like, hey, why don't you come out with like a red wig on? And I'm like, why would I do that? And he goes, the gals are teasing Barbara about her new hair tint. I'm like, yeah, that seems all right. Because I'm trying to be nice. I have a hard time saying no, So I'm like, yeah, maybe. He goes, and then so finally I go, I'll think of something, So
look at the screen.
I'm at a poker table the whole time talking to him, because I used
Helen
to play
Keller,
for,
yeah.
Jar Straight, and so he keeps phoning. He's like, I got it, man. He's like, you carry out a cell phone onto the show, right? And then he goes, halfway during the show, your cell phone rings, and it's your agent, Morty.
Yeah, I literally just Googled a woman of history that shakes. It gave me Michael J. Fox.
Oh my god! You know what I googled? A deaf and dumb professor, and it came up Helen Keller.
So you pick it up.
Yeah, deaf and dumb professor is probably better than a woman of history that shakes, but
I don't know why it would give you Michael J. Fox.
Yeah, I guess because Parkinson's. That's why.
Yeah.
Bad. I guess Parkinson's was after her time. It got invented, huh?
Well, no, it was around, but they just didn't know what it was.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It got invented.
Yeah, Well, yeah. It was just like depression. They didn't put you in a fucking psycho ward if you were depressed anymore.
Oh, dude, I watched this one video where the guy had schizophrenia. Oh, we got to do a reaction to that one. It's fucking crazy.
Well, hey, man, I'm on The View. This is no time to talk here, Morty. You know, he goes, Morty's not on the line. You just pretend, you know.
Right.
And,
hey, Morty!
Hi, Morty. I'm on the TV, you know. So I go, oh, yeah, that sounds good, you know, with no intention of really doing it.
Right. Now, what time did you go to bed that night?
I didn't go to bed, so
okay.
I'm driving to the stupid View, right? And I go, I had this story about Cosby, so I go, I'll do that story about meeting Bill Cosby, you know? So I show up and I put makeup on. I go, what are you going to talk about? I go, I'm cool, man. Just tell him, do you ever meet Bill Cosby? So as I'm walking in, the producer, unbeknownst to me, slips the cell phone in, you know?
You know what people used to say in my early videos? I used to say and stuff like that. I'm like, you know how many people I watch a lot of vloggers, and it's like a lot of people in general when they're just talking, they always go like that's just what you do, you know?
I do it constantly.
Yeah, it's like you know how many vloggers do it? They're searching for time and they're searching for everything, you know?
You don't do that much anymore though, because I think you're kind of like you're very quick and you know what I mean? You don't do it that much anymore though.
No, because people used to tell me it. So now every time I say I have to tell something else that might not have to do anything with anything. You know?
I like that too. Yeah. Look at the fucking view over here.
Yeah. Look at the view. And then it buys you time when you look at the view, then you can get your thoughts together.
And what an amazing view.
What an amazing view. That's where I jack off.
You got out of the red though.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have to do that.
Billy Goof, welcome.
That's a lot. Got to be a long story. I went on to the View, and you know they're supposed to just talk to you. Now this was when this was a long time, but this was when President Bush was he wasn't the president. He was running for the presidency, right?
Right.
So I don't know nothing about politics,
right?
But
remember those days?
He called me and he said that, you know,
I don't know. I'm not a math.
So, you know, like when Clinton came, like there was like 10 guys like Streisand and Schwarzenegger.
Honestly, who throws a shoe? You know?
Yeah, I know.
Everybody, you know, showed up. And then when Bush showed up, it was just me and Ben Stein.
He used to be a speechwriter for
Ben Stein's funny.
A very sobering homecoming for Bush. Just Norm MacDonald and Ben Stein at the airport.
Good God. I got to talk for a half hour in the Air Force One. Anyway.
Wow.
The story.
Yeah, you know who Mark Norman is or no?
No.
He's like a new comedian that is exactly like this guy, but he's a little bit ruder. Like he says like farting, fucking, and coming, and these kind of things, you know. But he talks. Yeah, he talks like exactly like Norm, where it's just like he just says like the weirdest shit, you know.
As I go on The View, and as soon as I get on The View, I'm all tired and everything. I'm like, all right, ladies, what's going on in the news? Bill Cosby, what's going on? So all of a sudden, they show a picture of me standing next to George Bush, who's running for presidency, and they go, hey, check this out. Whoa, Norm, like, you know, as if it was a picture of Kurt Waldheim standing beside Hitler in the woods. You know? What's this all about? You know, like I'm crazy.
Right.
I go, I don't know. So just to get on their nerves, I go, well, it's better than that last guy, Clinton. He murdered a guy. And so then Barbara Walters like went all crazy, and she's like, "What did you say, young man?" You know, and I'm like, "Oh, I thought it was a matter of public record. Like I just try to get more." I go, "Didn't he murder a guy? I heard he murdered that Vince Foster guy, and they pretended it was a suicide or something." And I'm like, "Isn't that a matter of public record?" She's like,
he did murder him, by the way.
You're treading on.
Yeah, you got to watch that interview with them on The View. It's fucking hilarious. I watched it a million times.
All right.
Nice, mister. He should come out and call me mister. I'm like, no, I thought he murdered a guy. I said it about 6 times, you know. So, and she's like, what about Bill Cosby?
To be fair to her, she thought you were Tim Meadows.
Tim Meadows.
To be fair to her.
So anyways, and
Tim
so
Meadows.
the whole audience is all in shock and awe and everything. They don't know how to react to this, all craziness. And all of a sudden, like, my cell phone rings, right?
You got the bit, yeah.
The bit. Morty's on the phone.
I forgot about it. It was coming from the speakers. I didn't know what it was like that. And so then it occurred to me, and I pull out the cell phone. I'm like, hey, Morty, this is a terrible time to call, right? So then Barbara Walters goes, what are you doing, you know? And I go, I don't know. So that retard in the back told me to pretend Morty was calling. And then she goes, she just stared at me for like 3 seconds. She goes,
You are one piece of work, mister.
Give me a sec, okay?
Wow. Go ahead.
She just said it was Vince Foster calling from the beyond.
Calling from hell. Says he'll see you soon. Norm's got a new CD out called Ridiculous.
Amazing. But anyways, I don't want to buy a knife easy. I know people.
Well, now you got to buy a knife?
I know people.
Hold on. You said you had a knife. You have a knife, but it's in a catalog?
I know people that could get me a knife illegally.
Well,
that can't be traced. I'd stab
but
you.
It's like me saying I have a swimming pool, but it's at someone else's condo.
Well, you used to be afraid of me.
I'm not. Well, you don't even have a knife. You just said you could buy a knife.
You used to be so afraid of me when I threw it.
You said you'd beat me with a car antenna, but you know.
Both these guys sound like their noses are stuffed, eh? It's like, how much cocaine did we do last night?
I don't even have a car. You drive a Geo Metro. That's not a pimp car.
You want to go to a bad guy?
I thought you were badass.
I've never hurt you.
But listen,
I've protected you from everybody.
Stepfather beat me, and
I've
that's
protected you. Haven't I protected you? Except for the two times.
Except
for the 2 times.
All right.
And those guys were big.
All right, but you promised to beat me, and that's why I was attracted to you, because of the history I have with my stepfather.
I know.
And
I
the
get
physical
uncomfortable.
abuse.
I get uncomfortable, but I push you.
Yeah,
I don't treat
pushing.
you nice.
You pulling lint off my sweater's not a push.
I said the other night that your lasagna was undercooked.
Yeah, I know, but so I gave you, and then that's because I gave you a middle piece. When I gave you an end piece, you said it was delectable.
And that thing you do, where you lick your finger to wipe the stains off our faces, we don't like that.
Yeah, we don't like the smudge thing.
I've become too close.
Look, we didn't get into this not to be beaten or threatened or to keep 90% of our booty.
How often do I mention the knife?
All right, and you reminding us to use condoms and to say thank you.
And you telling us we don't have to do what we don't want to do?
Yeah.
It's not helping our business.
Yeah.
What?
This Adam Carolla guy sounds like an American version of Norm, but just like if Norm wasn't a comedian, if he's just a fucking loud idiot. That's what this guy sounds like.
Well, you don't have to do any of this stuff. Listen, unless the guy's big, I'll protect you guys. If I can take the guy.
Remember when you invited us
I'm not going to stab a guy.
With your knife?
I'm not going to stab a guy.
Well, you invited us to stay on at your.
Sometimes he's just doing weird stuff, but it's not that weird.
But let me say this: you working out of your mom's house is awkward. For both of us, okay?
Yeah.
And sure, she's a delight, and she makes a great.
And nobody's mentioned anything, right? This is a complete secret.
Well, your mom. I mean, look. But first off, you wearing Dockers and flip flops is no outfit.
Dockers, fucking Americans.
For a pimp, we're gonna have to get you like made over. You drive a Geo Metro. You keep threatening your pimp hand, but you never laid a hand on either one of us. You're not verbally abusive. You're not physically abusive. I laid, by the way, the first.
I was just saying, this Adam Carolla guy, he sounds like a Norm MacDonald, but just not funny. You know what I mean? He's terrible.
I'm not a big fan of Adam Carolla.
Nah, he sold his soul a long time ago.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
First 2 nights I spent on your mom's sofa. I slept with no underpants on, presenting. I wasn't raped once. You came by 2 times. You offered me milk when you went to the kitchen, and then another time you offered me.
Yeah, this guy sounds like his teeth are fucking big. You know?
Yeah, he's a horseshoe jackass.
Yeah, he sounds like I got fucking big fucking veneers or whatever.
Post them? I don't even know what that is. You're just a bad pimp.
It's just a bad pimp.
The bad
pimp. Scene.
You know, Zuckerberg says he's only eating his own meat that he kills now. Have you read that?
With his bare hands.
Yeah.
Zuckerberg is the monster.
Mark Zuckerberg?
Thing to
yeah, I guess he just eats fucking gay children then. That's
alter his modern lifestyle every year. And this year he says he's only going to eat meat that he's actually killed. And I was wondering, what are you adhering to lately?
Vegetarian, strict vegetarian.
No, have you?
He's a strict vegetarian.
That's not all.
That's not vegetarian.
I'm not. I said I'm not strict. I eat chicken and
steaks.
Beef. I ate raw game. Did you ever eat? It's not dead yet.
No, you're
and
over
you
there.
eat it, and as you're eating it, their
crazy,
death throes are making you hungry. That's better than a soybean.
Yeah, you're right.
Which sounds better, that or soybean?
Oh, dude, those people that eat fucking tofu, fuck them. Fuck you, tofu eaters.
Assholes.
Fuck you guys. Yeah. I want to shoot bullets at your fucking kids.
Listen, some of the best.
No, he doesn't. He's just kidding. He was just kidding.
Mongolian thing over at Dahmer's on Wednesday
They're
night.
they're like, we gotta stop tofu crimes.
Yeah. Tofu on tofu crimes.
Yeah, tofu life matters.
Literally, we ate a Mongolian.
Did I tell you I ate a live fish in real life?
No.
Yeah, I was at a sushi restaurant, and the guy's like Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
And so I go, I eat just sashimi, like raw fish.
Yeah, don't you hate when you go into those fucking Asian places and it's white people working? Like, what the fuck? I don't want to eat here.
I just don't go to Asian places.
Oh, you don't? You're racist.
I don't eat
No,
with
not
rice
racist.
or anything like
Well,
that.
well,
Impressive.
No, I said my wife.
You eat live fish? Even though
Love Asian people.
Yeah, just for everybody, heads up. If you go to an Asian place and you see a white guy working or a black guy, get the fuck out of there.
He goes,
Never think he's going to call you on it.
Yeah, and I go, plus it sounds kind of cool. And he goes, I get you live fish. I go, thanks, man.
I give you live fish.
Guy, and then he brought out a fish and hit it and knocked it out and put it on a stick. It was live. And that comes out of sushi bar. A lot of people, the girl I was in was barfing in a bathroom, and the only people interested was the guy, the Japanese sociopath guy, and all the Mexican help are all like looking like I'd eat it, and so I had to cut it, and then they leave the fish that's on the skeleton that looks like the one Sylvester found on a garbage thing, to go to move. It's moving and like a dead bobblehead, and you had to put water in its mouth to keep it alive so you could watch it die as you ate. It was a nice meal.
The fuck? Jesus, I'm living such a hell life today. I mean,
but anyways, here I am.
Oh shit, Tom Green,
a young lad, auditioning for the Joan Rivers show when it was on.
Yeah,
it's the first time I ever came to the United States. Me and Howard Busgang.
Yeah.
And so me and Howard Busgang and Mario Cantone, Joan Rivers likes us all, you know. So we're at the Hyatt Regency, which is across from the Comedy Store.
Yo, so I got a story about Tom Green. Me and this guy, we used to be friends on Twitter when I had Twitter way back in the day. And we used to talk every day, me and Tom Green. And it was pretty cool. He's my idol at the time, like, you know.
Right.
And this one time we used to tell jokes back and forth. I think I might have screenshots on my Facebook, right? Because I used to take screenshots for people to believe it, right?
Proof.
And so this guy, so one day we used to joke around like fuck you and da-da. So one morning he says good morning to Twitter. And I said, fuck you, Tom Green. He said, fuck me, eh? Fuck me. And then he blocked me for life. And then we never talked again.
Oh.
So now even like I just came around to liking him, but I seen his new TV show. And it's his new podcast, and it's weird to see him try to pretend to be a talk show host, like a proper talk show host, because he sucks at it.
He can't do that. No.
Yeah, so it's weird. But anyways, I love Tom Green.
Where we auditioned for Joan Rivers.
Yeah,
and it's me and Howard Busgang are in the room, you know, and Howard Busgang smoked marijuana at the time, you know. Sure. I don't.
Yeah.
You know? But he smoked marijuana, and I was watching.
Right on.
Yeah.
Right on.
And so I said, Howard, man, it's weird. You're just smoking marijuana all by yourself. Why don't you invite old Mario Cantone over, right? So he phones Mario Cantone to the room.
Damn.
Mario Cantone goes, yeah, I'll come over. So he comes over like a minute later, all red-faced with his lover. Right? He's also red-faced. They're drenched in sweat.
Okay, yeah. They've just been fornicating.
Yeah, they've been fornicating.
Yeah.
And so they're like, yeah, we'll take some. So they take a quick, smoke this joint so that they'll enhance their orgasm later, right?
Right, sure, okay.
Then they give it back to poor Howard Busgang.
Busgang.
Bang bus.
Yeah. Is anybody even watching us?
I don't
think
know.
So.
I don't know.
It says 3 people, but I doubt it.
He's sitting there with this joint that has
the whole time until the video stopped, until it was like 8 to 10. Now it's like 3. So this picture shit, I hate this.
What
I sent you a message on Instagram.
Yeah, because
Yeah, so Howard Bus Gang, in an effort to be politically correct, even though they're gone,
yeah,
smokes
Yo,
the
you
joint
need
and
to
gets
go?
full-blown AIDS. No.
Yeah? What?
No, I just made up that last part.
Yeah?
In a
You're
little
gonna
bit,
go?
yeah. In a little bit, because I gotta deal with something.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
give me about 15 minutes.
All right. Well,
Hit
this
the
thing should
2-hour
be over
mark.
in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, we'll hit the 2-hour mark.
No, Howard Bus Gang's a great guy. He's doing a show right now.
Wow, yeah.
In Canada.
Well, it's
in Canada.
Why are we talking about me here?
If I asked you, Tom, would you give me $1 million if I cut off your leg?
Damn.
What would you say?
Wait, say that again.
If I offered you $1 million to cut off your leg, would you accept?
If you offered me $1 million
to cut off your right leg?
No, I would not accept that.
If I offered you $1 million to cut off your left leg, would you accept?
No, but
what about if I offered you?
Yeah, you can tell these guys have fucking money, eh?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I'm like, would I cut off my right leg? Depends how old I am.
I already got $1 million. I don't need it.
Yeah, me, I'd be like, yeah, I think so. I'd be like 2 million. We got a deal, you know?
Yeah,
that's it.
I don't play soccer anymore.
$1 million to cut off both of
I
your
don't do
arms.
anything. I walk.
No,
would you accept? You would not accept?
No.
So you're admitting to me that your arms.
Yeah, dude, I'll just cut it off from the shin down. I'll get a fake leg. Simple.
Prosthetic, yeah.
Oh, I'd be like my black sister. I have a black sister that has one leg.
I have a prosthetic penis.
Yeah. No, but my black sister has fucking like carbon fiber legs and shit. It's crazy. I took it off and I smelt it. Oh, it smelled fucking worse than a fucking hooker's pussy.
Wow. The fact that you smelled a hooker's pussy is just even more wow.
Oh no, we used to have this guy that lived with my friend, and he used to make us. It was his cousin. His name is Marty. He's in jail for murder.
Oh, fuck.
And he's getting a death penalty in Florida, right? Because long story with that. We'll tell it on Friday. and anyways, he used to make us eat out hookers when we were kids.
No.
Yeah, we used to have to clean them out with a bar of soap.
Oh.
And then eat them out. And then eat them out. And spray them down.
Did you grab the spoon to spray out the chunks too, or?
I'll have to say this. I was one of the lucky guys that didn't do it, but this guy, my buddy Brad Mack, rest in peace, we used to call him Champ because he would do it for everybody. So we were like, "You're the champ, bro.
You're the fucking champ."
Legs are worth more than $3 million.
Yeah, after this,
treat them like that. Treat them like that, for God's sakes. Treat them like that.
I would get $1 million each for each limb.
No.
Oh, because I would take that. I'd take $3 million for 2 arms and a leg. I'd do that.
What?
I'd take $3 million for 2 arms and a leg, but not $1 million for 1 leg. No, I could use $3 million. I'd sit around and watch TV all day. Tap my fingers on my one good hand.
Yeah.
I'd have the remote, right? Yeah. No, I don't.
No, you lose your cock too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. What? How much for chopping the cock off? You never mentioned that.
That was implied.
I actually have questions
Canadian.
here. I actually have some questions.
Oh, you got some questions?
Yeah, let's.
I said no questions.
Really?
No. This is what I saw after the trial. So
yeah, we'll just end that one right there.
Right,
but I don't know. Removed from studio, and I don't know. That was pretty funny. Next week,
hilarious, man.
Next week we're gonna do Bold and Bankrupt for everybody that watches. Whoever doesn't watch, one day you'll watch. Trust me on that.
Yeah, you're gonna love this.
Yeah. And next week we're gonna do Bold and Bankrupt. Best of. I got 2. If Colin can't make it, just let me know. But
Colin will be there.
Yeah, and yeah, man. Don't forget to buy a T-shirt at www.thisisbunjo.com and come to the Hamilton Strip.
Yeah, and don't forget Friday at 4:00 Eastern time. The podcast, Average Joe podcast.
And Mondays, and in Europe, because I got European viewers, but they probably don't watch because I do it at night. So, oh yeah, they watch. We have a guy from Denmark and shit. We do that 10 p.m. Croatia time. Gang, baby. And
it'll be in the descriptions.
Yeah, I don't know how my new mic did. I guess when I watch it back, we're gonna find out. And
it sounds really good, bud.
Yeah,
totally.
Sounds better. I had this the whole time. I just didn't know how to use it.
I was going to tell you about that little uni clip there, and I was going to actually send you because that's why I got 2 of those cables, and I was going to send you one. But yeah,
what do you think
my camera fucking around?
So the green screen here.
Yeah,
I had to nail it onto my my wall.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get green construction paper.
Yeah, I'm like, this is a duvet cover. It's a green. It's like so I shouldn't have nailed it onto the wall, but now I have holes on my wall, so I want to get like a light sheet and tape it on my wall.
Yeah,
so
you know what?
Things
though?
I do. Yeah.
You gotta tell the owner, or you're gonna get in shit.
Yeah, it looks pretty good though, huh?
It looks fucking awesome, dude. Like when I seen it the first time, I was like, "Woohoo! You fucking go!"
It's pretty funny though. The Hamilton Strip is like has nothing to do with anything besides it was like my drug dealing place.
it was the spot, man. You know, it was the spot.
Yeah. And
you
it's
see,
like
you see upstairs there, up there. That's where the girls went and got changed, and then upstairs, that's when if you paid enough money.
No, the guy lived right there, bro. The manager lived right here.
I know.
Oh, you can't see it.
I was trying to just.
I have a mouse. And I'm trying to put the pointer on it, but I forgot you guys can't see it.
I was just trying to make a story.
Yeah, but no. What they do is they walk out of this door here.
That door right there.
And they go around the corner. Look at my hand. Hey,
whoa.
And they go around the back and suck dick in the fucking parking lot.
Yep. They blow fags near the dumpster.
Yeah, they suck on fags. Yeah. So, anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. We're gonna end this and subscribe, like, comment, share, all that shit. Watch the previous videos. I got content. Go check out fucking hashtag I'm here. Go check out Ricky Galvin. Even though I don't.
He has 1 episode.
Yeah, 1 episode. So
it's funny as fuck though.
He'll have more. Yeah.